Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Today, I have the great pleasure to talking to Nicole Marja. And hello, Nicole. Thank you very much for coming on today.
Hi. Thank you for inviting me.
Um, you're very welcome. Nicole works in London and she works for one of the biggest architects firms called Skidmore. And yeah, I'm just very happy to have you on today, Nicole. And maybe you could be so kind and introduce yourself to the audience, please.
Of course. Yeah, hi, my name is Nicole. I'm an architect. I started studying architecture when I was, a long time ago. It was about 15, 16 years ago. I actually moved to London, I'm originally from Czech Republic. I
Ah,
moved to London to study architecture. Because I was always very creative, and I I had a passion for art, which I couldn't do back in Czech Republic because
mm-hmm,
my parents always thought that I'll be a I'll be a poor artist,
mm,
and they were always forcing me to do something else. I wish I listened to them, to be honest, back then. Um, so then I moved to London and I started studying architecture, and 15 years later I work for SOM, and I have experience working in other big companies like Big, 3XN and others.
yeah, great. Um, maybe, and thank you very much, first of all, Nicole, for introducing yourself. And maybe I can already dive into the first question, and that would be now that you have been a part of so many big architecture firms, what do you now, in the position you are now, looking back, maybe you can share one or two things you wish you learned back in architecture school that would have been helpful now.
Absolutely. I think what I I've been always thinking about this because I had the opportunity to take a year out while I was at university. So between my part one and part two, which is basically bachelor's and master's,
Mm-hmm.
I took a year out while I was working for an architectural office, and I think that this is very crucial, and I think it should be mandatory for all the students
Mm-hmm.
because that taught me so much. That taught me so many things that I didn't learn in at school, at
Mm-hmm.
university, and it prepared me for my masters. And I actually ended up doing really well in my masters just because I had that experience working for a practice.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Can you share maybe some of the things you learned there during that time that were maybe very eye-opening to you?
Absolutely,
Sorry, please.
yes, it was. I think it was a big challenge because at university, they teach you to be creative, and you just mainly explore ideas, and you don't really focus that much if it can be built or not.
Mm,
That at least was in my university. So it's all about, exploring your imagination and your creativity. And then you come out to a real world and you start working for a practice and you design bathrooms and bin stores.
mm-hmm.
And so it kind of makes you realize that, you know, it's uh, it's uh, it's not about it's not just about creativity. You have to tackle and deal with real problems and know how to actually build these buildings. So it's not about designing a ship hanging
Mm-hmm.
uh, from the space.
Yes.
It's you actually have to understand how things are. are being put together, and I think yeah, it's a great experience, especially while you're at uni.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I thank you, Nicole. I think it's a great that you said that, and I mean, I think it's a great recommendation, and amazing that you had the opportunity to do something like this because it gives you such a good understanding also what you're getting into while you're in the university and you don't even know how it really will be working in that job. So it gives you like uh, you can put your toe into the water, so to say. Maybe I wanted to ask, maybe you can share a
Exactly.
little bit the top three skills you would say an architect needs, and that maybe younger architect can prepare already now to be in a good position in the future.
Ooh, top three skills. So definitely softwares,
Mm-hmm.
all the softwares possible. Just keep up with the recent um, softwares that are being used in most practices. So currently everyone is using Revit, so make sure you know you're on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, not just softwares. I think AI and BIM in general. Other skill. I think you need to work on. I think definitely presentation skills because you'll be presenting so much, not just to clients, consultants. It's going to be presentation for the team.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that is very important. And skill number three, I would say just uh, just being punctual and being organized and um, showing up on time and yeah, having discipline.
Understanding, yeah. Maybe you can share a little bit about the tools that you recommend. You already said it, Revit and BIM. Maybe you can share a little bit why it's important and what mistakes you see younger or other architects do in regards to that.
Oh, 100%. So when I was at uni or when I got my first job, um, people were using AutoCAD, which many companies still use. Um, the problem with AutoCAD is that it's easy to cheat.
Mm,
It's easy to draw whatever you like and
mm,
not see the clashes, not see the mistakes.
mm. Oh,
And
yes.
it's not very efficient because you basically have to draw every single line yourself.
Mm, mm-hmm,
Um, the good thing about Revit or BIM in general is that it's great for coordination. It's great for coordination with consultants, with the structure, with other disciplines. So everything is put together into this model.
mm-hmm,
And it's not just 2D, it's 3D. When you draw a plan, it creates a section for you. It's so much more efficient.
mm-hmm,
And when everyone puts in their models in, you can actually go through the model and see where there are clashes in the building, where you have a column in the middle of a room, where you have I don't know, mechanical ducts going
mm,
through your doors, let's say. And so it's so much more efficient, and you can actually notice mistakes or these clashes really early on in the project. Which unfortunately, if you use AutoCAD, let's say, or other softwares, it's you have to draw up a plan. Then you have to use a different software to do a 3D.
mm-hmm.
And it takes so much more time and it's not very efficient.
Yeah, understand. So, so to say that the BIM, it's building
Modeling
information
information.
management. Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. I just wanted to say, oh, there's also the management in it. You were saying that different different parties can all collaborate in it um, to make everything work and look for mistakes before they happen because I can imagine when they're happening on the construction side, that's when it gets very expensive, especially for in architecture where you make mistakes later on and then you have maybe the material that you don't need or something more. Maybe Nicole, can you share a little, can you tell us a little bit about what is important to consider when using BIM?
Well, I would say just making sure that you know, because there's always multiple people, well, at least from my experience, because I work on large scale complex projects.
Mm-hmm,
So just make sure that everyone puts in the information and that you actually go through the model while you are working on it, that you actually go through the model and notice
mm-hmm,
or see where the clashes or the issues are, and make sure everyone is coordinating and just keep updating the model and get the most up-to-date information from your consultants or from the people you're collaborating with, so you
mm-hmm,
can spot um, um, the issues as soon as possible.
mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I see that AI is also a big topic, of course, in the architecture world. I saw so much um, that long ago compared to what I saw. So maybe you can share your perspective on it, especially as you have been working in bigger architecture firms like Big and
Mhm.
Skidmore.
Yes, of course. Look, AI, especially ChatGPT and Midjourney, are my best friends.
Mm,
I love AI, and everyone uses my companies. Everyone uses AI every single day, and
okay.
I think it's a great tool, especially not just ChatGPT, or
Mm,
helps you write emails,
mm,
but especially Midjourney. Delve in Pinterest.
mm,
Suddenly we're just losing ourselves in Midjourney, and
mhm, mhm,
the skill these days is to become the best prompt writer.
mm,
Just to get the information, or to get the ideas that you need for your project. So I 100% support it, and it helps so much with presentations and just getting the idea, helping you get the idea, or even the presentation for clients, and just to kind of understand what you're trying to
mm,
achieve
mhm. Yeah,
early on.
yeah. Very interesting. Um, Also interesting that you were saying that prompting is so important in the software world. We call it the prompt engineering, and there it's also the most important thing to get like the AI not to generate you images, but to generate you code. And I believe for so many other industries, it would also be then prompt engineering that's important.
Yeah.
Um, can you maybe share a little bit about what you are creating in Midjourney and how you're um, using it? You were saying that you're using it to create presentation, but maybe you can tell me what you were creating.
Sure. So, for example, it's mainly early on in the design stage, when you need um, the initial concept ideas. So you're looking for, let's say, ideas on how to different types of facades, and recently we used it for a to design a drop-off for our luxury residential tower.
Mm-hmm.
um, because we initially we just wanted to use we just wanted to use existing references to
Mm-hmm.
show the client and find out what they actually like. Um, but they didn't like anything, and
Mm-hmm.
we just ran out of ideas, and we just had to use Midjourney and just create as many different scenarios and then as many different options and possibilities. So we actually could find out what the client likes.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is definitely helpful in this way.
Okay, yeah. Thank you. In the thank you. Yeah. In the design process, you would say. Mm, okay, thank you.
Yes, yes, in the design process and
Very interesting. And I wanted to say, but that means also that the AI and how it's being used is very different from BIM and the BIM world. Is that correct?
yes, it's something completely different. So AI is mainly used when I mean, for example, Midjourney. That's what I was
Mm-hmm.
referring to. But it's mainly used, for concept ideas, or even for, let's say, creating a palette for interiors. So getting you mood boards and things like this. But BIM is that's when you get more technical and you start actually drawing up your plans, sections, elevations, and you dive into more like a.
Mm. And where do you see everything going? What do you, I know it's difficult, another difficult question, Nicole, and sorry that I'm bombarding you with so many questions. I just think it's very nice to hear from your
That's
experience
okay.
and to share it also. I wanted to ask, where do you think the architect world is going to, and where do you see future architects to be at, and what will be important for them now or in the future? Sorry, in the future.
So, but now that we were talking about AI,
Hmm.
I think that, as I mentioned, I really support it. I think it's a great tool, and I think AI will slowly be taking over, not in terms of replacing architects, but helping us with our work. And there are, as you mentioned, there are so many new softwares and AI tools that help you with in the project. That recently I learned about this company who started working on, or who has a software for architects, where they use AI to where you just write a prompt and it helps you do a layout of an office, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's so incredible, these tools, that it just helps us make our work so much more efficient, and we can actually focus on the bigger picture instead of share from one side of the room to another. So these tools will help us actually make our the project faster, make our work faster, and be more efficient. I think that's great.
Um, why, Nicole, you said that also that you're using AI every day, and that your colleagues are also using AI every day. Um, why do you think, or yeah, why do you think AI is being adopted so well in the architecture world, but when I look to other industries, maybe again, that are also as traditional as architecture, um, people working there, they are not so much. yeah, they're definitely not so much involved and using the advantage or taking advantage of the power of AI and basically using it. And why do you think it is so?
Look, there'll always be people who love it and people who hate it, and
Mm,
people who don't understand it and people who keep up with it. So I know people like that. There are people in my
mm,
office never open ChatGPT, never open Journey,
mm,
never open other AI softwares, and so I think that I I think it's important to keep up with it,
mm,
because as I mentioned, it will help you so much with your work and you don't have to do millions of options yourself. You
mm,
know, you have tools to actually help you
mhm,
with your work. So you don't have to sit in the office till midnight every day.
mm,
And but as I said, there are people who won't understand, and they will always be against it.
mm. Yeah, that's true. I think that's also with everything, I guess, that there are always people who are for it and against it.
Exactly. And I think it's in every profession. It's not just in architecture, as I said, there are people who don't use it as well.
Mm. And Nicole, what do you think is the biggest challenge of architects in general nowadays?
Biggest challenge. Biggest challenge. There are so many. Um, I personally think um, maybe that's more for young people. That it's hard for many people to actually experience the whole project, all phases of the project. And I think that's very important to make you be a good architect. That you have to, start from the early
Mm,
stage of the project and take the project all the way to the end.
mm,
Um, to see how it's being constructed and how when it's built and be on site and see the drawings that you did on paper that they, in real life
yeah, yeah.
and that is something that loads of people are missing this
Mm,
experience, including me. I only had few projects where I could actually take it from the beginning till the end, and I think that's it's very hard
mm,
um, if you don't work for it, especially in um, you know companies like for example big
mm,
where they focus mainly on the concept ideas.
mm, mm,
There's very few projects that were actually being
mm,
finalized or completed. Um, so that's I think that's a big challenge
mm,
for many people.
mm. Um, Thank you. Um, and I think, and you were also saying to the biggest challenge, actually, you were also mentioning at the beginning the solution for working it, doing an internship. I, I think that would be a possible solution. So exactly what you did to get this feedback, this experience that you will not get otherwise. So yeah, thank you. Mm, uh, yeah.
Yeah, I also think that it's these days is very the architecture, especially there's so many architects and the architecture industry is so competitive
Mm,
and many people are struggling to actually get into big companies or just
mm,
finding that first job and that they basically sacrifice their life to
mm,
to take the step up.
mhm,
And I think it's very hard at the beginning. It's hard throughout your whole career. It will never get better, but it's enjoyable as well.
yeah. Thank you. Would you, Nicole, would you say that architects are, or I would say architects are also artists, of course, and the way of the artist is never just straight. It's always a little curvy and goes up and down. So yeah. Mm,
Yes, that is true. That's true. This uh this career path is not easy.
mm,
It's, I said, it's very competitive and there's loads of ups and downs.
mm,
Um, but if you love, if you're creative and you love it, it's just I love my job. I love what I do. It's difficult.
mm.
Um, but there's nothing better than just waking up and going to work and, knowing that you're just gonna have another fun day.
Yeah, that's true. Then work also doesn't feel like work anymore so much if it's if you love what you're doing. Um, Nicole, can you maybe
That's
tell,
true.
us, thank you. Can you maybe tell us, Nicole, what would if there would be some things that you would say that would make your life easier?
Not having difficult clients,
Hmm.
that's 100%. But it's too much to ask for.
Yeah.
Um, that would make my life easier. Um, um, I think I think it's important to work for a company where you're being supported and you work around great people, people with the knowledge and who can support you and help you.
Mm, mm,
I've been really very lucky because I've been working around some amazing architects and I received a lot of support and I had lots of great mentors. So that's important, I think. Um, yeah.
thank you. But that was a very good advice. Having
Mm.
mentors and people to learn from. Yeah. I totally agree. Thank you, Nicole, so much for coming on today. I really appreciate it, and you also gave so many valuable gold nuggets of wisdom of being an architect and things to consider when you're getting into architecture. Maybe before we end, I wanted to ask you two things. And the first one, is there maybe anything that I did not ask you that you would like to share maybe with future architects and that you think that would be important for them to know? And also maybe if you could share where people can find out more about you or also get into contact with you if you want, I can add your LinkedIn link in the description so people can get into contact with you. But yeah, please.
Okay. So perhaps there is one thing that I would like to share. And that is thing I learned throughout my career, especially when I left university and I started working. I think the path to success is that you need to have good discipline. And I met loads of successful people, and they all have the same traits that you wake up at 5 in the morning, you go to the gym, you always on time, you always prepared. Um, Make sure to work on your presentation skills. Uh, uh, and that those were things that I have learned, as I said, throughout my career, and that they make me a better person.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And And yeah, we 100%. You can upload my LinkedIn profile on your YouTube video so people can get in touch with me if they have any questions.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much. Mm, and
And one more thing,
please.
yes, use LinkedIn as much as you can.
Mm,
It's a very important tool, especially when connecting with other people, getting jobs.
mm, mm,
I always got my jobs through LinkedIn.
mm,
Never got my job through online applications.
mm.
Always connect with people, always communicate. It's very important.
Thank you, Nicole. Yeah. Thank you for giving the advice also with LinkedIn, especially as you can also with architect, you can create such a great portfolio on there. I'm thinking about it on LinkedIn with showing where you have worked, your work experience, maybe also your project you have been working on. Um, in the sense of yeah like your portfolio actually, so yeah, thank you for sharing another valuable tip with us. And yeah, I really appreciate having this conversation with you, and I'm looking forward to upload it and to share it with other young and aspiring architects. So thank you very much.
Hey, thank you. It was nice to meet you.
Yeah, it was a pleasure meeting you too, and maybe we can stay in touch. And I'll also, of course, update you on my journey. And once I find out some other cool and helpful AI tools for architecture, I'll keep my eyes open and I'll let you know.
Great, thank you.
No, thank you. And yeah, thank you very much for taking time again. I really appreciate it, Nicole. Okay,
No worries, it was a pleasure.
thank you. Goodbye. Have a good evening.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.